friends, welcome back to Mimi's Mixed Bag. If this is your first video of mine, thank you for stopping by. I'm not bringing a craft to you this week. I am doing something a little different because I'm coming up on the 2-year anniversary of me eating low carb and keto. Now, if you're familiar with a lot of my content, you may know that I have several videos on my channel regarding eating low carb, low sugar, keto, whatever you want to call it. There is a difference in low carb and keto, but for the most part, most people that are eating one of the two ways are eating the same thing. So we won't get into technicalities. So I'll just call it keto because that's what I call it. May of 2019, I cut out all sugar and potatoes and bread. Dropped 25 pounds pretty quick within a matter of 12 weeks. Kept it off the whole 2019, and then after 2020 started and the world started changing, you know, we were just stuck at home and it was just really hard to keep it up, and of course I gained the 25 back. So this past year I have just been fighting to get it back off, on and off, up and down, and just with very little success. So when this year started, I thought I was going to change things up a little different. The stores were starting to bring more low carb and keto friendly products, and it was just going to make it easier for me. I had never bought any of those expensive things, but the past couple of months I have started buying some of these things. You know, I have to eat these things in moderation, but I wanted to show you some things that I'm using sparingly to really help me stay on track. And some of you are probably very familiar with some of these products, and some of you may have never heard of them. And then at the end, I'm going to give you a review of a few little products that don't even waste your time because they're horrible. But I'm going to start out with the good stuff and show you some things that I enjoy eating to help me stay on track. All right, the first thing is keto bread. Now, they have had the low carb, flour tortillas out for several years, and those were a game changer. That allowed you to eat some kind of rolled up sandwich. But now Walmart and Kroger and Costco all have keto bread now. Anything that's low sugar, or this low carb keto, it's going to be double the price. My philosophy is if I use it sparingly and it keeps me on track, then it's totally worth what I pay for it. So the first thing is this sola bread. Now, I've tried the Walmart and the Kroger bread. They're all basically the same. The size of the bread slice is kind of small, but you know, you can make yourself avocado toast or grilled cheese or a real sandwich with it, and it's about $5 a loaf. But at Costco, I can get 2 loaves for $7. So that's usually what I do. But it's the sola bread. They also make hamburger buns and hot dog buns. And the best way for me to describe it is if you're familiar with potato bread, it's just a dense bread. It's not like fluffy Wonder Bread, but it's definitely been a game changer if you eat a sandwich every other day or so. All right, the next one is my neighbor turned these on to me, and I have tried to make turkey burgers for years. I would just buy like the Butterball ground turkey, season it up, fry it in patties, and it just tastes like cardboard, or just tastes like I just cannot get it seasoned enough. Well, she told me to try this box of Butterball turkey burgers, original seasoned. One patty is 2 carbs, and they are delicious. They come frozen, all 8 patties. There's like 8 patties, and it's like $7 at Walmart. They're a little pricey, but you know, it gives you another meat option, and because we just get burned out on pork chops and ground beef and chicken, and this definitely has given us another option. Butterball turkey burgers. Now, they have like sweet onion, they have some other flavors, but the original seasoned is the lowest in carbs. This sounds kind of weird, but and I do a lot of zoodles where I spiral a zucchini for noodles in place of noodles. Of course, they don't taste like noodles. They really don't taste like anything. That is definitely a noodle alternative. I came across this product called Palmini. What it actually is hearts of palm that have been spiraled up. It looks just like pasta when you take it out of the package. They make lasagna noodles. This stuff's kind of pricey. It comes in a can or a pouch. And some of those other noodles that you may have heard of, shiitake mushroom noodles and some of those miracle noodles, they smell like fish and stuff when you open them up, and you have to rinse them and stir fry them in a skillet. Well, these right here, this tastes just like zucchini noodles in water. They have no weird funky smell, and these are delicious. So if you ever come across this brand of noodles, definitely give it a try. I will tell you that it has helped me making my own spices, because you know there's lots of hidden carbs in foods, especially prepackaged commercial made food. I made my own barbecue rub, and I will write out my barbecue rub and I put it on pork chops and chicken, whatever, and it's keto friendly because I use the erythritol Swerve brand, and I think I've shared that before. And the next one is the taco seasoning. So between the barbecue and the taco seasoning, I use those two the most. I know pork rinds are not for everybody, but we found some pork rinds that we absolutely loved, and we have found that the more expensive pork rinds you buy, the better they taste. You know, they have the 99-cent bags and they have the $5 bags, but we did come across these spicy dill, if you like dill pickle chips, these were really good. This is by Southern Recipe Small Batch. They're a little pricey again. They're so good to eat for lunch with a sandwich. And we have yet to be able to find them again. We have found some more flavors at Tractor Supply, but we haven't found the spicy dill. Now on to some good sweet treats. And I don't eat a lot of these. This is strictly maybe 3 times a week I will indulge in dessert, because a lot of it is made with erythritol and sugar alcohols, and if you eat too much of that stuff, it will stall your weight loss or sabotage your efforts. Let me just show you some things that are absolutely wonderful. This right here is called Keto Coconut Clusters. They come from Costco, and I tell you, they taste like the most delicious granola. So delicious that I went and divvied them up into little baggies so that I could have portion control, because you could just sit there and eat the whole bag. They are absolutely delicious. It's pecans, almonds, and pumpkin seeds. It's got like this buttery crunch to it, and they are delicious. So if you're at Costco and you see these, definitely worth the buy. Another thing that's pretty tasty, you know, just so that you don't feel deprived, and a good, you know, travel snack, are these Smart Sweets. These are gummy bears that are sweetened with erythritol. I don't eat these very often, but I do have them in my stash. You really couldn't tell these weren't regular gummy bears if you ate them. All right, the next thing I want to share with you is a Highkey mini cookies. These come in all different kind of flavors. These little bags are half the pack are 2 carbs. So you get like a good handful of like mini chocolate chip or mini shortbread cookies. These shortbread especially would be great for a cheesecake crust or something like that. They taste good, but they do give your mouth a little bit of a coating of oil when you eat them. Definitely worth buying, catch it on bargain somewhere. These 3 products right here, if you were at a party and they were on a cookie tray, you would never know the difference. They are pricey, but they're totally worth to stay on track. And I've mentioned these Quest products before, and like this cookie right here, this is like the grandma's cookie or the Otis Spunkmeyer. They come in all different flavors. They're 15 grams of protein and 4 net carbs for the whole cookie. And these 2 right here, this is the Reese's peanut butter cup. I gave this to my husband, and he said, you know, these are just as good as Reese's peanut butter cup, and they really are. The next thing is these Lily bars. They come in about 5 or 6 different varieties, and they come also in baking chips to make cookies. They're about $3.75 a candy bar, but you break it up into about 3 different servings so that it will last you 3 times. This one's the hazelnut milk chocolate, but to me, they all kind of have a dark chocolate taste. So, but I mean, I think they are absolutely delicious, and someone would have a hard time not knowing. It may not taste like Hershey's, but it just maybe tastes like a different brand. Same way with the peanut butter cups. You know, you could tell they're not Reese's peanut butter cups, maybe a different brand, but totally worth the money. All right, another thing I pick up just to help me stay on track and to make me feel special is this Walmart sugar-free whipped cream. I just put a little dollop on Jell-O or strawberries, and it's just nothing. There's no sugar, no carbs. It's just some aerosol heavy cream. And another thing is these Atkins, they sell treats, snacks, and meal replacements. So of course it depends on what it is their, you know, the calories and the carbs and all that stuff. But I have yet to find all these products are absolutely delicious. And they are as close to a Little Debbie brownie as you can get. They also have like a Snicker bar, like a peanut cluster thing. It tastes as close to a Snickers as you can get. So these are about $5 at Walmart for 5. But I go to other places and I'll find these $3 and $4 a box. And you know, anything you can save is worth it. And last but not least, as far as the good things, let me just show you that some of you may have seen these at the grocery stores and whatnot, but they do make, you know, bigger pouches, like if you needed to take brownies somewhere or cookies somewhere, or make yourself a batch of them and just eat one at a time. They like Highkey brownie baking mix. Now I left the price tag on here for a reason, because I have mentioned several times showing you all this stuff that this stuff is pricey. If it has low carb or keto on it, it is twice the price. But let me tell you my secret. Every city now is getting these like Amazon return stores. And I can name 3 off the top of my head. I've got a Bintastic, I've got Dirt Cheap, one's called Half Price Bargains, and there's a Bargain Hunt. I mean, I can name 3 or 4 in the Memphis area. So I know some of you that live in these bigger cities need to scout out these Amazon and Target return stores, because this is where I'm buying this stuff for a fraction of the cost. This bag of brownie mix is $10 on Amazon, and I got it for $2.27. I'm just telling you that that is how to get some of this expensive low carb stuff to help you stay on track. And last but not least, I wanted to share with you a few products that if you're on Instagram, you had to have seen these, because there's lots of influencers that are pushing these products. All right, the first one I want to show you is a little less known, but it is pretty popular, and it's called a Neo Bar. It's not that it tastes bad. It tastes very much like a Kit Kat. The problem with it, with low carb, is that it is sweetened with erythritol, which is safe. It is keto friendly, but it's also got some other weird sweetener to it that I'm not sure. You know, you already have to be careful eating too much artificial sugar. To me, I'll stay away from this, but it's really not bad at all. If you find these somewhere and you're in a crunch and need a snack, this might be a safe snack, but with the weird sweetener in it, I avoided this, and I gave the rest of them to my daughter. She liked them. They really didn't taste bad. I would rather stick with just erythritol sweetener. Now, some of you have bound to have seen these products. These are called Schoolyard Snacks. We have tried the cheese puffs. We've tried these sour cream and onion puffs, and these little chocolate little balls, kind of like Cocoa Puffs. They are horrible. We think they taste terrible. And on Instagram, these people are popping them in and just loving them. They're gross. So they are super expensive. And like I said, I bought them at one of those discount stores, like I said, but don't waste your money. And they are, unless you can find it on a super good deal so you can see for yourself. This was another big Instagram thing that I've seen and still seeing every other day, somebody pitching it, and that is these Verb Bars. They're Verb energy bars, and honestly, they taste like dog treats. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. My daughter thinks the same thing. So do not buy these unless you can get it on some kind of bargain deal and you can see for yourself. So be cautious buying it. So there you go, friends. Those are some commercial low carb, keto friendly things that have really helped me stay on track. Now I'm back down 12 pounds, so I'm halfway back to where I was, because it's hard. The world hasn't opened back up yet, and we're still kind of in a weird place as far as going out to eat and things like that. Just thought I would try a different approach and wanted to share these things with you so that you don't waste your money. Go out and look for some of those things I suggested. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I will be back next week. Bye-bye.